Hello everybody! I'm back with another video, and today we are going to get started on a big project, but we kind of don't have the materials we need for this project because it's 17 pages and the majority of things are in bold. So why am I bringing this up now? Because we're going to need a lot of resources, and I'm thinking the best way to get these are to automate them, and so this might be a longer video, maybe. So to show you the schematic, it's kind of just like a big estate almost. I could fly through using FreeCam and I could show you all the rooms and everything. It took me like 2 days to build in creative mode, but this is going to use a lot of resources. I also have this little garage for when a certain mod that I'm waiting for gets updated, because it will allow me to construct vehicles, and that's what we're waiting for. And then in here is kind of just a new workshop and yada yada. Everything will get used, and yeah. So that's kind of our goal. Oh, I accidentally turned it. So that's our goal, to get that all built. And it takes a lot of resources. Like, it takes 22 stacks of packed mud, and then 19 stacks of mud bricks, 5 stacks of mushroom stems, which I don't even have that. I'm gonna have to get Silk Touch just to get this. 3 stacks of layered dripstone, 2 stacks of granite, 10 stacks of concrete, 2 stacks of green wool, a singular grindstone, almost a stack lichen. So everything's just it's varied throughout sizes. We've got so many slabs for different shapes that I wanted to get, and it is just insane. We even got like 2 pieces of a prism corner, which is a piece that I've never used in survival. And then stupid things like an enchanting table to build, and rods, and 4 stacks of composers for a ceiling. I also want to go ahead and call out the 2 andesite doors that this build uses, and the 3 anvils. It's always just the random little blocks that you find that look good, and that's what I'm dealing with in this video. I also set up a little item hatch and item vault for this to take from, so we don't have to have like 6 chests or whatever to build it. And I also marked it out with a perimeter, so I can't really build in there. So looking at things that we're gonna need, I'm thinking we start up a wool farm because for stone. So I think maybe 4 sheep should do it, which I think I see that exact number in the background. So I'm just gonna have the little farm branch off from over here. Just gonna do a quick little gantry setup. Oh, it's raining. So I'm going to make use of the gantry shafts. We're just going to make a little trench here, put in the seeds for our sheep, and then... I don't have it yet, I'm stupid, hold on. I think I'm just going to hook it up like this. So we got our sheepies, and now it's time to make our collection system. I'm going to pull everything out using a brass funnel, and then we're going to connect everything using an andesite funnel. And now we just got to make the timing mechanism. So I added a storage and a small clutch to this, and everything is fine. We just got to wait for the sheep to eat, and now I'm thinking I should probably replace the grass around here. I wonder if they could eat off this. They have to eat it like this. They do. Okay. So these are already in chunks that we have running, so there will be no issue. Whenever this just gets full, we'll come by and just flip it off. So while those farm themselves, I'm thinking we should just go ahead and knock out one of the more frustrating things. And I'm thinking that's probably going to be packed mud. So this is going to be one of my first times making one of these, so there's a big chance of it breaking or just not working in general. But we're going to place an item bolt here, and then we're going to slap down a mechanical bearing. Then on top of that, we're going to slap down a water wheel, and then we're going to encase this with trapdoors. And then since we're down here, we're going to just slap down the deployers. Then we're going to bring out our plows. And then mechanical drills are going to follow. Glue everything together and add a storage interface. Now we've just got to get this running. So I'm just going to head up here real quick. Place down a bunch of temporary blocks, and then we're going to place kind of like a case. If I block this way and fill this with water, this should be spinning the correct way. Yes. So now we've kind of got the base to our mud factory. So like I said, my first time making a dirt farm, so it's way more bulky than it needs to be. But it's doing its thing. It's slow, but it's gonna make it. It's gonna make what I need, and this is what we've got. We've got an arm pulling from gravel and some dirt that gets spit out from here, gets split onto a depot there. The hand just grabs them, puts them in their corresponding funnels, and then this just spins the coarse dirt, turns it into normal dirt with the plows, gets dug up, gets put into this end, coarse dirt gets input from there. It all works. It works. And so with two of the items being made, I think we may as well just get the wood that we need since we have a lumber mill. So we're gonna let that and our wool farm run, and then we're just gonna come inside and see what we need. So we're gonna need 2 stacks of spruce logs. We're gonna need a stack of normal spruce. We're gonna need a stack of this stuff. 3.5 stacks of stripped. And then we're gonna need 2 stacks of stripped pale oak. I'm gonna let this run and I'll get back to you guys. We've finished a small portion. We've just got some of the processed wood, and now we've got all of this type of processed wood that we have to go at. And then we also have quartz, some redstone, create components, and a lot of different types of stone. Just a quick run over to the iron factory, and we're gonna grab us some materials for anvils. So we're gonna need 3 of them. While we're here, we may as well make the andesite doors we need. And also the stack of industrial iron. If we go over to the starter house, we're gonna head here, snatch some of the copper, and we're gonna make 9 lightning rods, as well as a few chains. And of course all the industrial iron things I need. Well, we've got 3 out of 17 pages complete. We are almost there. Coming back here, we actually have enough green wool to finish that part off. And how much gray wool do we need? 9 stacks. Okay, well, Well, we're not quite there yet, but whatever. Another thing I'm wanting to cover is going to be the 3.5 stacks of cardboard we're gonna have to make for this. And I'm thinking, yeah, we have just about enough in here. While we make cardboard, I may as well get some stone going too. Which we only have 1.5 stacks compared to the 3 stacks we need. Yay. So I deposited the 12 stacks of stone that I cooked for this. Also deposited the green wool and the cardboard. And we still need like 2 stacks of cardboard. We got the stone out of the way, but we need like 3 stacks of andesite. We just need a lot. We're gonna need a lot. I think I'm gonna go get some deep sleep. So if I put this in to the deposit, put the material checklist into the cannon, every single one of these pages, all 17, will have check marks over every single item. The last footage I recorded was at 3 p.m. Guess what time it is? It is currently 2:16 p.m. as I am recording. I am tired and I have stuff to do tomorrow. And I'm going to get you guys this schematic cannon video of it shooting out, and we'll furnish it tomorrow morning. Hello everybody, it's the next day, and we blasted this in very late last night, and we just gotta go through and do a few smaller details because it missed a few things. So if we go inside, oh, I thought the levers didn't get blasted in. Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna complain, damn. So here's the mansion. We've kind of got a whole lot of room for plenty of things that we could do. I'm planning on using every single room as well. One thing I did add was a elevator shaft. And if we don't have power going, I could use this little maintenance tunnel. Up here is the bedroom. Gives us a nice little overview of the town. If we come downstairs, using the zinc door, we are brought out to the roof access. And I think this build just generally looks good. I really like it. I gotta say, out of everything, this is probably one of my favorite builds that I've built. And hopefully it stays this way. And I apologize for the broken time-lapse. I really gotta fix that. I have no idea how to, so I promise I've been researching that for as long as I could. But we're gonna have to empty out this inventory because even all my shulker boxes are full. Both of my backpacks. I just need to make room. And another thing while we're here, just for convenient purposes, I'm going to want to move this over into the estate just so I don't have to fly all the way across my town just to get my resources, because I'm also wanting to have my workshop inside there. Just because, you know, the one inside my house is tiny, and that place has so many rooms that I could stuff things like mechanical bearings, or hold on. I could set up a system in some of the side rooms, and I can make precision mechanisms automatically. So I think that would be pretty neat. I could use different rooms for different things, and yeah. And of course with that we're going to be utilizing so much power, so I'm thinking about setting up our own system inside of that mansion. And to be honest, with how much this system messes up, I think I might want to remove this. But I'm also hooked up to all of this. The best part about this game is that minecart contraptions are simply the best. However, this has too much data, so we can't move it. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make a little rail line and just push along our storage system. "15 minutes, and I finally just got to the other island with the storage." So it took a good minute, but I was able to push it in, but it's not really where I want it, because I need it more that way. And then once we do that, we're going to dig out a small little trench for it. There we go. Just place that down. Places everything. You know it's crazy when you have to excavate your own machine. We've got that side dug out, now we just have to take care of this side. And just for convenience, we are just going to slap down the steam broiler into here, because I don't really want it to clog up a big chunk of room up in the house. We're gonna need water wheels to keep the system spinning at all times, of course. So thinking of the way that I want to bring fuel to my house, I am actually very unsure about what I want to do. You know, we've got the system going, we've got passive heat going, whatever, but we need fuel. So my idea to transport fuel is to bring a pipe over from the lava depot, and we're just gonna pump it and have these chunks loaded that are gonna be pulling it to our house. So we're just having it go all the way over here. I'm gonna be pulling it up and basically bringing it directly to our power. And after us having it hooked up, now all we really need to do is set up our systems to pull the lava in. So we gotta connect a big long shaft to the entire thing. Once we place a big cog here and a little cog here, the lava's going to shoot out from the depot, and it's going to shoot all the way to our mansion. Check out all that cheese.
Well, we've got everything turning, we've got the lava being imported in, and we are generating 65,000 stress units. If always needed, we could always increase the size of this, because I've left a little bit of room so we could always shove stuff in if needed. And this now should never break, hopefully. Yeah, and honestly guys, if you'd like to see more, just hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. It does way more than you think it does if you guys liked the video only. If you like it and you don't like the video, what are you doing? Well, what are you doing? Alright, have a nice day. Bye!